Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we studied about Miller indices. So there were three rules. There were three rules. So first one is intercepting on x y z plane. So this is the first rule. The second one is we have to take the reciprocals of the intercepting planes on this. So those are intercepting on x y z, that we can write as uh, a b c, or if we have taken any examples like 2 3 6. Okay, these are the some intercepting planes on x y z. Okay, the second step is taking the reciprocals on the intercepting planes. Those are, let's take 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 6. This is the second step. And third step is making it as a, like taking LCM. 2 3 6 LCM is 2 3 6 LCM 2 1. So 6 is the LCM. 2 3s are 6, 3 2s are 6 1s are. So our Miller indices are 3 2 1. These are the our Miller indices that we have to write in flower bracket. 3 2 1. So this is about Miller indices. Then some features are there in the Miller indices. So what are the features of this Miller indices? Let's see. So first one is indices are equally spaced parallel planes having the same index number. These having the equally spaced. First feature is equally spaced parallel planes. These are equally spaced parallel planes. These planes should have same index number. Same index number. These are the, this we can write HKL. Okay, HKL. So here what we got in the Miller indices, this example 236 example, we got the Miller indices as 231. Okay. So second feature is, in case of Miller indices, plane parallels to one of the coordinate uses has an intercept of infinite and index is 0 axis. Then plane passing through the origin. If the plane is passing through this origin, it is defined as in terms of parallel planes having the non-zero intercept. If the plane is passing through this origin, so that we can call it as a non-zero intercept. Okay, then the ratio of the indices only important, that is ratio of the important indices. The ratio of the indices is very important, that is if 2 2 2 plane is there, then it is same as in 1 1 plane. There are 2 2 2 planes are there, like this 2 2 2. So this is the plane. Okay, it is same as 1 1 plane. This is 1 1 1 2. Okay, this is 1 1 1. This is 1 1 plane and 2 2 plane. These will be same. The ratio will be the same. Okay, then in today's class we will study about the interplanar distancing of lattice planes. Interplanar distance. Interplanar distance, just we will have a we have to consider a unit cell. Unit cell means it is the which is the most corner point. Unit cell which is the corner one in the lattice. So that we have to consider unit cell in which the coordinate axis of we have to take. This is the corner point of the unit cell. Okay. From there we have to consider the orthogonal axis or else coordinate axis. So this is x, y, z. Here we have to take one cubic example. We can take cubic tetragonal or cubic tetragonal and orthorhombic cells. Let's take cubic tetragonal. Then in the Cartesian coordinate we have to calculate the interplanar spacing. In this Cartesian coordinate we have to calculate the interplanar spacing. So this OX, let's call this as O, OX, OY and OZ are the orthogonal axes. Then the origin is O. Here we have taken the lattice point. Here in this the sets of crystal planes, it is defined by the Miller indices, that is HKL. Okay, the Miller indices here we are going to define, that is HKL. Then suppose the reference plane passes through the origin. If here I said if reference plane is passes through this origin, then we can write A by H, B by K and C by L. So that we can write in the XYZ plane. Then let's draw. So this is XYZ plane. Here we are going to take some interplanar spacing like OA on x-axis, OB on y-axis, OC on z-axis. Okay, so this is the our interplanar spacing. So now we have to draw a normal. This is our unit cell. We have to draw a normal ON. This is the ON. After this, the length of this, so we have to draw a normal ON to the ABC. Now we have to draw a normal to ABC also. So this is the normal. We have to draw normal. If suppose our indices is here, then we have to draw a normal to OC, then OB, then OA. Okay, this is the normal we had drawn drew on the XYZ plane. Then the length of this interplanar spacing, that what we had discussed, that is HKL from the Miller indices. Here in our features we had discussed, if the plane is passing through the origin, what we have to write? A by H. Where is A? Here along the x-axis A is there. This is A by H. This is A by H. Then B by K, C by L. So these are our interplanar spacings that we had written. Then we had drew a normal N to the ABC plane. We know that the angle between here is alpha, beta, gamma. Between XY plane, alpha angle is there. Between Y and Z plane, gamma angle is there. Then along the Z and X plane is beta. Here this is beta. Then this is the plane that we had written. Let's simply first, this is the corner point. This is the alpha. Just we are extending here this beta, then gamma. These are the angles between the x, y, z plane. This is x, y, z plane. Then so we have to define here an angle. So what we had written in this, what we had drew in this figure, let's recall. First we had considered the unit cell which is at the corner. So in this corner we are going to make a orthogonal axis, means which are perpendicular to each other, means x, y, z plane to this unit cell. If unit cell is there, then interplanar spacing, the length OA, OB and OC, which we know. Then alpha, beta, gamma are the angles that we know. Okay, this is the very basic that we had learned. Then in the last session, what we learned? The Miller indices. Miller indices, normally HKL are there, but in the future we studied that if the unit cell is at the plane which passes through the origin, then the Miller indices will be A by H, B by K, C by L. These are the interplanar spacing which the plane is passing through the origin. Then now we have to define the angles in terms of ABC. If we get to know the ABC and HKL, then the distance, the length of the distance, the length of the normal is, we can write as D. So now we will define the cos angle in order to know the A, B, C and H, K, L. Okay, these are the known one. The distance of the normal is D. These are the three figures, very basic figures to calculate this interplanar distance. Then cos alpha. How we can write cos alpha? Cos alpha is equal to ON by OA. This is ON by OA. The broken line is OA. Okay, ON, this is the normal, OA is the on the axis. So that we can write ON by OA. Then cos beta. Cos beta, that we can write ON by OB. Similarly, cos gamma, that we can write ON by OC. Then angle alpha is equal to, what is the angle alpha? Angle alpha is equal to NOA. NOA. This is the angle of alpha. Then angle beta, that we can write as angle beta is equal to NOB. Angle gamma, that we can write NOC. So from these angles we had defined the cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Now the direction of cosine. We know the direction of cosine, that is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma, that equal to 1, that we know. Now substituting the value of cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma in this formula, so we will get ON by OA to the square plus ON by OB to the square plus ON by OC to the square, that equal to 1. Now, what is the length of ON? ON length is D. What is the length of OA? OA is A by H. A by H to the square. Length of ON is same for the all axes, that D. Then OB is A by H, B by K to the square, plus ON D. OC is C by L to the square, that equal to 1. Now next step is like we have to simplify this. So d square, d square, d square. So let's simplify. D square by A by H whole square plus d square divided by B by K to the square plus d square divided by C by L to the square, that equal to 1. Okay. Then d square is common. So let me take d square as a common. So this we can write H by A to the square plus K by B to the square plus L by C square, that equal to 1. Now we need the distance, interplanar distance we need. So calculating d square is equal to 1 over h square by, that I can write as h square by a square plus k square by b square plus l square by c square. So I need only d. So let me take square under the root. h square by a square plus k square by b square plus l square by c square. So square root of 1 is 1. So that I can write as h square by a square plus k square by b square plus l square by c square. So this is the interplanar distance d. Now for the tetragonal system example, now we will go through this some tetragonal. If for the tetragonal, what is there? A equal to B and C is different, but C is not equal to this. Okay, so this is for the tetragonal crystal structure. Tetragonal crystal structure. What is the D value in the tetragonal crystal structure? So D is equal to 1 by h square by a square. A is equal to B is there. So let's write a square. Then k square by a square plus l square by c square. This is the root. Here I can write this as 1 by square root of h square plus k square by a square plus l square by c square. For the cubic system, this is the one system, example 1, and the second example will be like this. For the cubic system, the first one is cubic system, that there the axis a equal to b equal to c. Okay, then what will be the interplanar distance in the cubic crystal structure? That equal to d equal to 1 divided by h square by a square plus, you can take any either a, b or c. So let me, for the simplify purpose, I had taken a. Then k square by a square plus l square by a square, because a equal to b equal to c, any one you can take, any one of this plane. Okay, so that by simplifying, the LCM is a square. Square root of a square is a. So in the denominator I can write h square plus k square plus l square divided by a square is there. So I can simplify this as square root of a square is a. So it is in the denominator. Let me take this in the numerator. So and this will be h square plus k square plus l square. So this is the interplanar distance in the cubic structure. Okay. Then some more example for the cubic cell. If they had given a cubic cell as 1 0 0, then 1 1 1, then and 1 planes 1 1 2. These are the some planes in the cubic cell. So what is the D? So for the first one, what is the D equal to? D equal to 1 0 0. 1 means here h square is 1, this is 0 0. A by h square is 1 square, k square 0, l square 0. So this is A. So A by square root of 1 is A. Then in this plane, h square is equal to A by h square is 1, l square is k square is 1, then this is 1. A by root 3 for this. For this, A by D is equal to A by square root of 1 square is 1, k square is k is 1 here, 1 square is 1, l square l is 2 here, l square is 4. So A by by 1 plus 4, that is square root of 6. So for this plane, A by root 6, like this we have to calculate.